What's up, YouTube? I am back again with another video. Today I'm going to do a step-by-step on how I get my super natural beat. So recently my sister Summer asked me how do I do my makeup, because she wanted to get into the makeup world. And the makeup world, there is no right or wrongs, but this is how I do my little beat, y'all, as y'all can see. Yes ma'am. And let's get right into it. Okay, so for starters, you guys, I took my hair down recently like last night, and it came out really good. I gotta let my hair breathe, because for my next hairstyle, I'm gonna need my hair to breathe. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna say that for another day. But for starters, when you start your makeup, you need to make sure you have the necessities of it. So you need your setting spray, you need your brushes, you need your sponges, you need your contour setting powder, different types of concealers, blushes, lip liners, and lip glosses. So first things first, make sure your face is washed. Use your cleanser and your toner. From that point, we're going to follow up with this Stay Matte Fix and Go. It's a two it's a 2-in-1. So it's a primer and a setting spray. So this is what this looks like. Pull it back. That's what it looks like. So this is like a new bottle, so I gotta open this one. But while I'm doing that, where are my scissors? I see a lot of girls on Instagram always doing natural beats. Now, when I see they natural beats, it don't really give natural beat. It gives like you just beat their face to the gods. And if you in the makeup world, you know what that means. Like, their makeup is so fine, so clean, so crisp, but it's not really as natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when they do their before and afters, like, you can tell, oh yeah, she got on some heavy makeup, but it's still beautiful. But this is how I get like my super natural beat, like so natural, so super, to a point where it don't even look like I got makeup on. My mom always tells me that. So like I said, we're gonna start with this. Make sure your face is clean. Oh wait. So that's what you do first, and you just get it right all in there. Get it all in there. Make sure I'm not rubbing off this lip gloss into my skin. But yeah, y'all, I took my hair down. Y'all see my baby hairs? They're so cute. But that's what you do. And since it's matte, it's gonna automatically like dry pretty quickly. After that, I want you guys to get a makeup brush. Like, I want you to get like a full pack that has a variety of different type of brushes and stuff like that. So the one I'm going to use first is this. It has like a bristle and also like this sharp end right here. So we're going to go in with our eyebrows just like this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. It's like, with me, I do not like a quiet room. It's kind of weird. I just don't. Next, you want to go in with any type of medium brown. So right now I have black hair, as you can see. So go in with like a medium brown. And you're going to get really close. And you're going to start doing this underneath the eyebrow. So now you're creating the shape. You're going to grab, you're going to grab this again. Because normally I do this with like my two-way mirror. But I'm going to do it just by my camera. I trust myself. So now you're going to go on the other side. Just to let y'all know, my baby mama Courtney did my nails. This is her first time doing my nails in this set, and she did so good. So good. So that's what you're going to do. And just like this. It's so awkward. Like this room is like so quiet. Okay. Trust the process. Trust it. So now what you're going to do is you're going to use your concealer. And I want you to use a concealer that is closest to your skin tone. So you have to go to Sephora or Ulta Beauty or whatever to go get your skin tone matched. But I use MAC 24 Hour Studio Fix. This is what it looks like. This is exactly what it looks like. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this underneath. You're going to dot it. Now, I feel like you would really succeed in this a lot more if your eyebrows are arched, but since mine isn't, that's what we got to do. But I'm finna go to the salon and get these girls fixed. So now you're just going to smooth it under. But I like for people to make this face. You're gonna look crazy, but just make this face, because the way like your eyebrow goes up is how the natural crease is gonna be when you rest it. So you wanna make sure your eyebrow is like poking up, and then make it clean. Less is always more when you're using concealer. You don't want to use too much. So now we have a clean brow on this side. Now we're going to go on this side. And we're going to clean it. Don't be afraid to get super close. Oh, gotta make sure the focus is okay. Do not be afraid to get super close to the camera or the mirror. So you want to really clean it up. Remember to make that eyebrow face thing. Okay. So now you're just going to go across at the top to make sure. So now you're going to fluff this up a little bit more. But like I said, it works a lot better when you have your eyebrows arched, because you're able to do this much better. Hold on, let me see something. Because I don't got my mirror next to me. Okay. So let me just do it like this. And when you're doing it, make sure you're blending as much as you can. But like I said, this has to be your skin tone, because it's easier to blend when it's your skin tone. Now this eyebrow, I gotta go back in again. And fix my rainbow. Kind of have it down just a little bit more. So I'm gonna go back in with our stencil brush. I don't even know what this really called, but you don't know what it is when you get your pack of brushes. So that's what you do for that. You know, you just leave these alone for a minute. Next, you're going to go get your skin matched. So what I use is MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Radiant Sheer Foundation. Keywords: Radiant Sheer Foundation. That's what it looks like. I'm telling y'all, your best friend. And this is how I get my super natural bead. So for starters, use like, a little something. It's almost like you're painting, like your face is the canvas. Less is more when you're trying to do this. So with your brushes, you're going to see a brush that's like this. Now, of course, I use it so much, I need to clean it, but it's going to look like this. You're going to come close to your skin, and you're going to start painting. Now, I'm going to show you the difference with this. I'm going to show you the difference between Studio Radiance, and regular foundation. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So because the camera is like so like that, I have to use my phone real quick. So you're just going to keep painting your canvas, which is your face. Get in all the areas, every crease, turn, everything. All of that. So I have to put some more. Only reason I say like take your time by putting it on whatever you need to is because you don't want to have leftover product that it could have been used on another face you could have done anytime you need to do your makeup. So I'm telling you, you're literally painting. Like you ever like was a kid and you just like paint a piece of paper, like paint the whole thing one color. That's kind of what this is. And when you're doing your makeup, try to go down here. Try to go down here. So you go over the twist and the turns, and make sure you get closer to your hairline. Middle of your head. Close your eye, go underneath it. Outline your eyebrow. And with this Studio Radiance, it blends really good in my skin. In anyone's skin, no matter the color you are. I just feel like a lot of girls may or may not use this, but this is definitely a plus. So get it all in there. Make sure you get your nose. Make sure you get a little bit on the side of your face. Okay, so now set it all in there, just like that. Just like that. So, like I said, use less is more, because now, guess what? I have access. And makeup isn't cheap, guys. Like, this is not cheap at all. Like, you can't, with certain things, you know, you can't be cheap with. So right now, we're just going to let it sit on our face. But make sure you guys get a whole bunch of makeup brushes. Like, you don't got to get like 5 packs. Just get like 1 good pack. Look at the reviews on Amazon. You know, you ain't got to go nowhere spiffy. Go on Amazon. And also, get you some sponges. I got this jar from TJ Maxx. Right there. And I got these brushes from Amazon. Brushes. Sponges, guys. Sponges. I got these from Amazon. So while that's sitting on our face, grab a sponge. And there are different types. There are some that are small, some that are big, some that are cut off. This is a solid. Full solid. Go in and pat your face with all the foundation that you just put on. All over. I'm making all that noise. All over your face. And the only reason why I say use a brush versus a sponge when you're trying to put on your foundation or a concealer, with a sponge, you have to think about it. It's going to soak up the product, and then it's going to like spit out bits and pieces onto your face. And with a brush, it's going to give you that full coverage. So make sure you guys know the difference between that. So, you know, getting all the areas that you did. And now you're just patting your face. Just pat it all up. And as you can tell, the makeup is there. This is how the sponge looked on the one side. And like I said, the method of a sponge, when you press the product in, it soaks it up and spit out just a little bit. So just in case you got excess foundation or concealer, this would be your best friend. So if you're like, oh my god, I'm looking too orange, or I'm looking too dark, or this area don't look too good, this to do it for you. It's like a touch up. but also not taking off too much. So after that point, I'm gonna show y'all a difference. Actually, I'm gonna show y'all right now. Okay, so the difference in foundation. So I have dry skin. I talked about when I did an unboxing with me with my mom's what she gave me. It was Shea Bella, full organic and stuff like that. You know, every time I'm done washing my face with my cleanser, my face is extremely dry before I go to my toner and my vitamin C stuff and serums and etc. So this is why I use Studio Radiance liquid versus dry. So this is Fenty. This is Rihanna stuff. This is in the color 370 and it's dry. I'm going to show y'all why I prefer MAC versus Fenty. And I love Fenty. I use like majority of all the skincare stuff. But this is the difference. So this is dry. I'm going to use it on my hand. So I'm going to put a little bit. Okay. So this is a little bit on my hand. And this is on my hand. Okay, so you see this, right? How it just sits on top of my skin. Versus using MAC. Look at this. I'm going to set this right here. So you can see a difference, right? Same color. After a while, when you rub in your MAC, it will start to like go into your skin. See, it will start going into your skin eventually, creating that tint. With Rihanna, it's like it doesn't move, as you can tell. See, it's like once it's there, it's there. With the liquid Studio Radiance, you're able to move it a lot more. It only because it is a liquid, but the point I'm trying to prove is how pigmented it is. It's the same color. It looks, of course, because, you know, whatever. But it's so pigmented that, you know, it's really hard. And it'll, like, cake up on your face. And that's what I'm trying to get at. You do not want your makeup to look cakey. You're going to feel that. It's going to feel like you got a pound of makeup on when it's supposed to feel light. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you got to really, like, look out for. Is that, I don't know what I was just trying to do. You got to look out for stuff like that. So that's that. So you really, I would say go with MAC versus Fenty. That's my opinion. So let's fast forward to the aftermath. So now since we got our face in there and stuff like that, I'm going to scoot up a little bit. So now since we got it all set in there, and you notice like sometimes you have hyperpigmentation or dark marks. Now, I suffer from hyperpigmentation, and the method I do that I seen recently was a color corrector. So you'll put a color corrector on top of all your dark marks, and then you'll add your foundation. So I don't have any color corrector, but I do have this e.l.f. matte finish concealer. You see how it's two different colors? So what I'm going to do, and always use your finger. On the marks, I got to use my phone because it's a little too far. On the marks that you suffer from, so mine will be like around my mouth, is I'll put a little bit on the areas that I need to be covered. Use your finger. You can use your finger. So pat it in. Pat it in there really good. Anywhere you need to put it at. So right now, this is not the orange color corrector, but it is by e.l.f. And I'm going to show you guys a picture of what it looks like. me show you guys a picture real quick. So this is a color corrector. This is what it looks like. You see, it says, I know it's backwards. I know it's backwards, but this is for discoloration, dullness, and redness. It's like for camouflaging. So that's really important. But back to what I'm doing now as a replacement, if I don't have that, get a concealer that's lighter than your skin. And you just pat that in there in the area. All of these products is all purpose. It's never nothing that's like, oh, I can only use this for this. Like, no. Go back to your concealer that you got matched for your skin. Put it on top. They always making all this noise outside. Like, oh my gosh. So what you would do is now you're putting it on top as the tint, because you don't want your face to be white. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your makeup to be white. So now this is a tint on top of the lighter concealer. Both of these are concealers. So trust me, with makeup you're gonna look crazy, but the aftermath is gonna be so worth it. So right now that's what we're working with. After that, you will go in with your concealer. Foundation, which is this. Go in with your foundation. And there is no right or wrong way with makeup. So don't ever feel like my way is the only way and that's it. This is just what I use to get a super natural bead. Oh, did I mess up? Oh my God, no. You gotta clean it off. So you will top it with your foundation. And then you will go in with a sponge. All in your face. I'm like, all like this. So you'll go in with the sponge. Make sure it's blended in really well. And that's just like a nice coat on top of your face. Sometimes you gotta like put just a little bit more to make sure it's like blending in. And that's the fun part about having the Studio Radiance, is because it doesn't matter how much you put on because it's a sheer top. So it's supposed to like melt into your skin and all of that. So we're going to leave that alone. We're going to let that sit before we do anything else. But here's the other part to it. So now we got this face on. We're going to go in with our concealer again. This is the one that matches your skin tone. So you always got to have one that matches your skin tone and one that doesn't. So you're going to go on your nose. You're going to go in the middle of your forehead. Just like that. You can't really see it because it's like really matching my skin tone. Then you're going to go underneath the chin. Underneath the chin. Underneath the lips. Above the lips. So this is how you're going to look. Trust me. Trust the process. It may seem like a lot for a lot of people who don't wear makeup, but trust me. Don't touch this just yet. You're going to go in with a concealer that is a little bit lighter than your skin tone to get this bright under eye. Now, one thing I love about e.l.f. is their brushes. Hold on, let me get this down. I love these so much because it helps you get a full coverage a lot more than a lot of people. So you're going to go like this. I'm going to come closer. You're going to go under. Boom. under, and boom. So this is how you're gonna look for a little bit, and just go down just a little bit. It's almost like you're doing an operation on your face. So I'm gonna just give y'all a little bit more information. So remember, guys, first things first, wash your face, go in with the 2-in-1. Next, foundation, get Studio Radiance, please. That sheer foundation is your best friend. After that, the concealer that looks like you, the concealer that doesn't, and you're gonna pause right there. So while that's sitting, we're gonna go in with our sponge. You can use different type of sponges, but I just feel like, you know, sometimes if I use all my sponges, that's more work for me to do to wash them out. So you're gonna just pat them up. Pat your chin in a circle above your lip, your nose, in the middle of your forehead. Just like that. Just like this, just like that. Okay. Just like that. All right, so next, while your face looks like this, you're going to use a brush that looks like this. Nice little fluffer. And instead of you using a sponge to blend this out, you're going to use a brush. So you're going to go in and you're going to pat. And you're going to smear it down. Make your way down. And that truck or car outside is doing the most. So now it's going to look like this. You're going to keep going to where it blends so well, so evenly. And you want to have like this crisp look up here, because that's just going to set it off like, come on now. So you're going to do it like this. You're going to go on the other side. Do the same thing. Do the same thing. Make sure this looking all elite. You see how well this is like blended in versus this one? So you really got to spend time doing this. Don't ever let nobody rush you, because you don't want to look like a rushed face. You do not. But like I said, this is like my supernatural beat. And for the girlies who get their face beat and it says natural, I don't really define those as natural. I say those are just beat to the God. And if they can, like, if that is natural to them and they can up that scale, that's so good. That is so good. But for the people who really just feel like, to me, that feels like a lot of makeup for a natural beat, this is the one for you. And like I said, there is no right or wrongs to doing makeup. Everyone has different methods that works for their face and that works for them. But this is how I do mine. This is how, you know, when I take my pictures, I don't use any filters. Like, I don't use a clear filter on top of the regular one, just regular iPhone. That's it. And just a good little light. That's it. When you got makeup, sometimes they be like, oh my God, y'all need to really show and stop using all them filters on y'all makeups and stuff like that. That's because, like, sometimes they look like a ghost. Like, you know how this look right now? This how it'll look before the finished product. Like, this is it. That's all they have. And that's like, nah, take off them filters. Show y'all real face. which is really mean, but it is what it is. But this is how you do that. I love my natural hair. Like, I really do. So, like I said, this part takes a little bit more because you're trying to blend it into your skin. And once that is blended like this, you're going to stop. Next, this is a foundation stick. This is called Magic Collection Pro Stick Foundation. And it looks like this. You know, way darker than my skin tone. So what you're going to do is, you see your cheek. Well, of course, you can see like right here. Of course, I'm always doing my makeup. But what you're going to do is you're going to go like this and make it downward. This and make it downward. So now, you know, it looks like that. Don't touch this just yet. We want this to be so stuck into our skin that, you know, we don't want it to just wipe away. So that's that. Next, what we're going to do is, that matches our skin tone again. You're going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I feel like something is in my eye. Okay, so you're going to go in. And like I said, the reason why I love using... Well, I feel like something is in my eye. The reason I like using concealers that's, one, not my skin tone for a good bright under eye, and another one that is, because when it's time to do that tint, the one that's your skin tone is going to be your best friend. It's the top off. So that's what you're going to do, is use that tint. So now it doesn't look, you know, as crazy or whatever. And sometimes you got to, you know, go in another time. Another 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is the final one. So all together, 6 on each side. Six little stripes. But the only reason why I say don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is because you never know how much you may need. So, you know, you got to be careful with that. So just take your time. Like I said, don't rush with anything. And pat it all in because you want that tint, but you also want it to be bright. That's what we're working with. Now, it's time for me to use a different sponge. Another sponge, full solid. For this part, we're going to go in and we're going to make sure that our face is like lined up pretty good. So you just keep doing this, keep doing this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking right here and right here and right here. It's like all eyes on me. So you're just going to keep going in. And this is the reason why I didn't want to touch it too early. So you can have that like effect onto your skin. Okay. So now that's like that. So now we have it like this. Next. Now since everything is setting pretty good, we got it going on. You know, we got our lashes on already. After all of that, we are going towards our closing. So now we use our True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. This is from Black Radiance. I got this from Target. It's from Black Radiance. I would prefer people to use the banana bread. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. And the reason being is because this one was way too light for me. And I had to actually mix it with some, like a darker type of contour to make it more of the like banana color. Because this was like full blown white. I'm like, no, I need banana. But this was like in my beginning stage of learning how to do my makeup. So I would say use Revolution, Beauty London, Banana Deep. This is good for medium to dark tones. So I would recommend y'all using this. It's only $8. It's not even that serious. So now you're going to go under your eye. Go under. And this is going to set everything for you. Get a little bit more. Dust it off. Blow it. Go under your eye again. And that's what's going to really just pull the whole face together. You want to put a little bit right here. And if you're wearing like a certain color, like if you're wearing bright colors, don't put any blush on. That's just too much going on. Don't put no blush on. So top of your lip, get the bottom really good. I like using this more than the dry pencils, like the pencils. I like using liquid. I just feel like it's much better. Let that sit there. Go in with your favorite lip gloss. This is Makeup by Bo. This is in Bare Minimum. You guys can't see it that much, but this is in Bare Minimum. This is the Perfect Nude. And plus, you know, it's gonna be summertime. Summertime. You know what I'm saying? Springtime, whatever you want to call it. And you top it. And boom. There you have it. And at the end, go in with your brush. Keep brushing it out so you won't have like tinted eyebrows. And there you have it. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished product. This is Makeup by Treasure. Like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys really do love this step-by-step, because I do. This is how you get my supernatural bead. It was really fun because doing makeup to me is like super fun. So this was very fun to show you guys how I do my makeup. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching.